Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Wartales, and it is a few days later than the previous episode. Let me just open up the map and show you what I've done. Effectively speaking, I've taken the... Well, I've come down from the mountains, right? I went to Lord Vanalis's castle, and he told me to pick up the mercenaries and whatever, deserters, round them back up and send them to his service. I don't recall whether I did that on camera or not, because it's been ages since I recorded this. One, because of technical issues in my graphics card, which was broken, and then God knows how long to arrive, and then when it arrived, I couldn't plug it into my PC, because there was no way it would fit in the case, and then I had to wait for another case to arrive, and then reassemble everything. Oh dear, but anyways, you're here for that. So I've done all that, and in the meantime, I've done some testing, and before the graphics card arrived, I tried to fix the crashing, and I've lost like an episode and a half, maybe, of me coming down from the mountain to here and going down here. Luckily, though, literally nothing happened in that episode. There were no deaths, there were no important fights, there was... I don't even think there was anything noteworthy gear-wise that we got. I mean, taking a look at the equipment, we got level 3 iron guitar, a dagger, the rusty whatchamacallit, crossbow's still there. This guy still has a level 1 weapon. Yeah, like, honestly speaking, not much has happened, and so we're about to get attacked by some boars. Don't ask me how I know. And it's a level 2 fight, so it should be a modicum of an interesting fight, if nothing else. And let's get to it. So, I believe the way to go about this would be to focus all our forces. That is. One side of the map once again. Take out these 3, and then worry about these 4 later. We can do that, correct? Correct. I wonder, though... is it possible to send some of our guys to camp? Say I want to fight with fewer soldiers, if there's ever a situation where that might be. Ace. Yeah, probably not. Probably because there's never a situation that's advantageous. Not that I can think of, at least. But yeah, I just wanted to check. Anyways, haven't played this in ages, but I think I remember roughly what the game's about, right? So, let's go with... go with an arrow shot. And we're just going to leave it at that. I realize we're not going to get the extra Valor point for a maximum already. But that's fine. This little piggy goes next. Their movement range is very limited, as you can see, so I'm not worried about them at all. This is going to be more of a... comical fight, in all due honesty with you. We could go here. Because, yeah. You're within range of this little guy. Now he is burning. And there you go. I mean, he's going to burn trying to get to you. Just finish him off next turn, so it's free damage. Then, let's see, which one goes first? This one goes first. Alright. Stabby, stabby. Oh, I know they get fury every time, that's okay. Let's try and not use any of our Valor points. But when they bunch up like that, part of me really wants to use some Valor points, but, yeah. What the hell. Flurry of blows should do the trick. So here, and let's start posting up. One's coming from the right side. positioning is going to be very important here. I'm going to move you all the way up, because I think you can do the Cotterine. I'm going to move you all the way up, because I think you can do the Devious Whirlwind once this one gets to, like, here. Huh? How's that sound? And then, obviously, you need to get rid of... the boar that's actually fighting the horse. And now we have Galvanization too, which will deal with the final few threats a lot more easily. If nothing else, I do have the ability to throw a pumpkin at them, should that prove to be necessary. But yeah, I think the whirlwind thing between these two is going to be very deadly. 21 damage. Yeah, that is both of them dead easily. We're not going to let them go, though. And the turn there. I think crossbow shot, and then... oh, arrow shot is just going to miss. Okay, but this guy reach anyone? They reach anyone, that's good. Gonna try and reach Cotterion, but not gonna happen. Let's just take this one out or anything unsavory happens. And now it has come to my attention that I do not have ranged units anymore that can do any damage, which is okay. Is there a pumpkin though? You laugh, but these things are like, look at that, 35 damage. You deal more damage by hurling a pumpkin at someone than by trying to slash them with a sword. Very strange world we live in. There you go. So we took a few extra turns, I would say, but overall, I think it was worth it, given, well, given everything, right? Beautiful. So, got our loot. I remember food wasn't really that big of an issue, but it was becoming a little bit of an issue, so there's that to fix. Now, what about repairing the irreparable? We need 20 sandstone. I'm sleepy, I apologize. Need to get rid of the bandit location. Also take this mission. Black caravans. On the way inside the trap door, not gonna happen. And the bribe two deserted groups. Alice, right, let's go this way, if memory serves, yes. So let's go this way, and then we'll get rid of that bandit place, or at least we will try to. On Delicious leveled up, right? Yes, she has. This is where you do one of those career plan strength things, yeah. Then, obviously, there is this to pick. So I'm building you kind of as a sentinel. At the end of their turn, the unit loses 10% of their maximum health to gain fury. I don't like that. I don't like losing health as a... First attack deals 100% extra damage, always good. Damage increased by 50% against units with 50% health or less. Nah, it's going to be this. Usually we open up with Delicious, and she's the one that sort of goes in for the, you know, opening engagement, and then everything else sort of follows there. It's 9 plus reinforcements. I would love to get rid of another band of Another band of bandits. Yeah, brilliant wording there, Juggernaut. But no, really, I would. I would love to get rid of another band of these bandits. But maybe... There might be one of them in the woods up here we can take a look. Well, we will need to camp for the evening. Approach the 25th day. Right, that'll do. So, you're no longer needed on the banner, but... I really need... What do we need? We need happiness. We already have excellent happiness. Yes, I mean, sure, but it's helping. We're in great condition. Must have been just moving from place to place, so it makes sense. Grilled pork. Go. And we can sit down for a delicious meal involving 6 whole carcasses. Fun. Can I make a brewing vat? Rope. Definitely make some rope. I should also definitely make at least one more kitten, right? Yeah, figure so. Yeah, so, and then... So, done, we can rest. Carcasses, get the meat, and I guess we'll leave this. There we go. Alright, gain some influence, gain some tools. You now appoint one of your companions as a second lieutenant. Well, I mean, if I'm the captain and Danuke is the lieutenant, who's going to be the second lieutenant? We don't have to do it right away. We'll do it later. What does it give us, though? Yeah, we don't have to do it right away. We'll think about it. I don't know who's the most deserving of the title, to be honest with you. I mean, I reckon it's probably Pottymouth. Cod Orion. They've been around for a while. But I'm not basing this off of how long I've known people. I'm basing it off of how long they've been in the party. We have a bunch of wolves we need to fight, which is lovely. Yeah, genuinely not sure. They got a lot, don't they? Okay, your rallying cry is going to boost a lot of people's damage. Oh, those 3 down there. Put you over here. Same difference. Alright. We're opening up with a rallying call. Where everyone gets fury. And we're going to start hitting. Unfortunately, the horsey did not get fury, but... yeah, and from here, I think we take it one step at a time based on which animal goes to take its turn when. Unfortunately, I can't get to the next one. That would have been important. Killing two in one attack is going to be very good. I need you to go here. Shoot it if you can. Lovely. Then do this. Beautiful, because the moment I end the turn, you're going to get that point back. Because you're sitting next to Lazarus. Good, so that was us killing two of them. Single stroke of genius. The nuke, I don't think there's any question as to what's going to happen there, and they want us to leave it tough luck, basically. Okay, 18 to 23, that's exactly what we're looking for. We need to get you some kills as well, so there you go. And the turn, and that leaves us with both of these guys to take care of the final wall, which wouldn't really be an issue. Probably going to do it in one shot. Yeah. Go. Good. And it also means we've picked up the Toxes again, but you know, it's fine. I don't see any of the bandits, which basically means I'm gonna those guys at level 3, as is. Let's do it! I think someone leveled up and I didn't see that. Could have made the ever so slightly easier, but not by much. Okay, Kodorai is in a good position. I like this. You three are not. Is this an enemy archer? Yes, it is. Good. He can fight the horsey. The rest of the battle is going to happen over here in the center, except Lazarus has to be in the center. And then Command Licious can go over on the flank over here to support Orion. Lazarus also has to go first. I want to make sure he goes first in such a way where he can attack immediately. Attacking that guy would be the correct way of doing things. Right, so Fury. And then loads of hits on the guy with a ton of armor and thing. And we end our turn. Horse hopefully attacks the poacher. Somehow misses the little trap on the ground, which is incredible. And then we start reacting to what the enemy is going to do. So, first and foremost, you are not going to be allowed to take a turn. Sorry. That's just not going to happen. There we go. Next is this one, which is fine, and this one. So, I think they're a bit too far away to hit both of them. They are. Well, one of them will have to do. Double damage and all. Could have done laceration on the other, but it's not that important. Okay. End the turn. You're going to try and punch the horse. That's going to go about as well as you'd expect when you try and punch a horse. And then I have an idea. Actually, I have a great idea. You're going to move up. You're going to do that. And you're going to do this. And then you're going to GTFO. And it's not a typical turn that I do. Usually I focus on the damage or on preventing damage from happening in the first place. Here we've gone for something else, given the complexity of the combat, right? Marauder will make their turn. Where is he? It's this one. Okay. Not a problem. Get rid of the Marauder. I'll turn there. This one's going next. Probably best to try and shoot her with a crossbow at times. Once. And I think if I reload, shoot you again, I should get a bonus from being next to Penny, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to take one stab. That and down. I reckon that's fair. Right. After this, Delicious can move up to the scoundrel. Nice. Honestly, nice. They do have reinforcements coming. Nope. Just something to keep in mind. You're dead. Future. Although, come on, we'll get hit. You also hit your own ally. That was kind of why I was standing there, honestly. I was hoping that you would, I don't know, not do it. Yikes. And then here we go. Here's round two. Here's the same problem all over again. But the enemy's a little bit further away now, I guess, which kinda helps. Someone, somewhere, somehow, a little bit. I don't know. Okay, there's a criminal down there. You need to go fight him. Of course he's gonna do that. Yep. Idea is to use Cod Orion's abilities to get rid of both of those guys. Gonna take a hit. I don't like that. Let's see, the Dervish of Death thing is not gonna go over too well with both of them, but get you here. Throw the knife. Anyways, yeah, you can move on. That guy's dead, he's just not aware of it. This is gonna be like the fight of the region, isn't it? Absolutely the toughest one, bar none. We did earn a ton of points, at least. Oh, I should have put you next to someone to get the extra valor point. Why am I dumb? Well, my defense, I haven't played this in ages, so that's part of the reason. Okay, I'm now wondering whether I can do some sort of AoE attack over there. Probably not, in all due honesty. So what I can do, kill you, then I can not have enough movement range to do what I wanted. Which is unfortunate. It's not like they have all the movement range in the world either. You're wasting some guns as well. Joker is in a world of hurt against that scoundrel. He's going to need help. Help hath arrived. Just nope. Hasn't been ideal. Hey, who's next? You and you. I need to get rid of this guy as soon as possible. And that does involve throwing some things around. 6 nasty. Commander Lucius taking on 2 people like this is probably a good thing. It'll distract them, and I know she's going to be entirely safe, so that's okay. And the last one is the scoundrel here, which is really a problem. So this. I say that you were very close to uncomfortable spot for me. Do I have a run on you or something? I do. Okay, new round. 9 versus 9, and it's all fair and square, right? Well, really, but what can you do about it? I think... Oh, yeah. Here's what you do about it. You move a little bit like this. You do the rallying call. Stops everyone's damage nice and awesome-like. You have a ton of health and damage, so you can afford to pick a fight with him and not win immediately. That's it. Kick the poacher punches the back, that's fine. Commander Lucius does an attack and does riposte on both. They're not going to move. That's generally going to go pretty well. This I forgot about. I thought it was this guy's. Like I thought it was just this guy. Pay attention. Thought the Noxious might get very, very injured. Oh well. Next up is God Orion, who is going to do the whole little dervish of death dance thing. And you're gonna throw the knife. And you're gonna do the whole frenzy thing. Gets you a kill. Move out of the way. And turn. Hopefully it doesn't hurt too bad. Okay. Gonna take a ton of damage. Noxious can't do much until we heal him. And we will. It's going to take a minute. You're going to take your turn doing... Well, doing a lot of damage to the armor of Commander Lucius, but not much more than that. Means I can focus on some other targets of opportunity over here. This guy. Then... Yeah, I needed that. Otherwise, my friend would have been a bit, would have been in a spot of bother, as we say. And enter, that's 6 damage. That's gonna hurt. Lucius is not really in trouble by any stretch of the imagination. That very happy. That guy, that's fine, which means we use the archer. You hit the wrongdoer. Definitely. behind. There goes all the armor. That's fine. Kill him. Demoralize and want to flee. Yep, we are an honorable bunch. And so, unfortunately, we're going to have to let them flee. This will take an astounding 12 pieces of raw material to repair. We will need to heal Noxious after all the damage he's sustained, but that does give us access to a good chunk of the loot. Corpses we don't need to take, and it lets us inside the encampment, which, well, is full of goodies, evidently. Okay, that is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. There's one. Nice. Quick. Oh. Okay, now you have me excited because it has 3 locks on it, meaning that it's gonna take a little bit of finagling to get it open. I'm hoping it's worth it. Absolutely not. Well, I mean, 80 gold isn't something to scoff at, to be fair, but you know, not ideal. Lots of passive skill upgrades, though. For the short term, that will definitely help. And then let's level up our guys as well. So we have the nuke, which is, I think, going to do counterattack. The first time this unit gets engaged during their turn, again, Repulse Fury. As long as a bonus is active on this unit, their attack supply weakening is way better, and obviously use a shield, so that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, willpower is not bad. Movement, I think, might be something I want to invest in, like 12 movement to get you places. Generally, upgrading everyone's movement, I think, would be the way to go, but obviously for you, I need dexterity because of the damage. Each time this unit lands a critical hit, they apply bleeding. Animals can be controlled in battle. That's what we want. That's the whole reason we picked you up as a beastman. So, yeah. I never got to control animals as any party that I led, so yeah, that's definitely going to be awesome. Codorion, poisoned weapon, instinctive throw, or deadly contract. Applies fragility to the nearest enemy. The Devos. Yeah, please. Definitely. As a cutthroat, I think that's very thematic, even though it gives you poison. This, I think, the poison a little bit more. I'm going to give that to Nox. See. Okay, as far as that is concerned, I mean, Constitution's... Yeah, Constitution's good. Movement's already at 14, so... Yeah. I like that. Just make sure I haven't missed anything. No. We get the little bonuses here to pick up. And we can go on our merry way out of here towards Count Lahart's castle, because this is telling me to pick up this quest, the Black Caravans. But, you know what, we're not going to do it.
After Class fled, the Count's henchman needed a new blacksmith to replace him.
Yeah, of course he did. Off camera, I'm going to do the sorting of the gear, because I think there's a bunch of stuff that we need to sell. Now, though, let's go up north and to the right towards Courtier. Or, I believe that is east, Juggernaut. Yes, yes, yes. East. Always east. Anywho. Back towards Courtier. And to rest there. We can... Although I already have to spend a good chunk of money on wages. So... I think we're just going to camp inside the instead. But I do need to sort out some stuff. So, this is done. We sell it. This is Outlaws Lead Armor 3. Is medium armor. That is not very good medium armor, is it? Matter of fact, if I may be so bold as to claim, it is very bad medium armor. Well, I'll let the cards hold, and then these three. So, damage plus 10%, movement minus 1. That is going to go to Lazarus. Because it's... Yeah, it's a significant increase to... Yeah. So... Then we have straps in a different direction, which is movement plus 1, damage 0. Is it just because... No, that's just movement plus 1. Okay, who has the lowest amount of movement here that actually needs to move? 12? 11. That's a good candidate. 15, 10, 12. 9, obviously, now, but... 12. Yeah, that goes to... Delicious. Then... Yeah, there's a chance to collect gold teeth at the end of each battle. Well, I mean, we gotta give that to Joker, right? Actually, who's the thief? You're more of a thief, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Going with. Lovely. And as long as we're in town, we can also go to the market. And we can hopefully pick up some salt.
And Lahart and Vanales requisition anything they come across. I barely have anything left to sell, let alone eat.
I know, it's terrible. But
My meat is quite pungent, I admit, but I can assure you it is still perfectly edible.
I'd like to buy 4 jugs of milk. Maybe use that in some recipe in the future.
The war drags on, and Lahart and Vanales
Give me,
requisition
like,
anything they come across. I barely have anything left to sell.
Okay. Was this a part of like a quest over here, or...
Our role is
No. It wasn't. Oh well. At least we now know where we're going next.
Look how empty this room is. Before the war, there were 2 taverns in Cork.
Yeah. Oh, actually, speaking of...
Look how empty this room is. Before the war.
all the stuff. Good. Wages tonight. There we go. Alright. Camp. Inside the town where it's nice and safe. We need a couple of valor points. So... I mean, we're going to get them from here. Don't need as much happiness. Get that going. And then we can make ourselves wolf meat or wolf sausages, grilled pork, a bit of bread, or also a tiny bit of porridge. Porridge would be good. For porridge, I need... Wait, so I have 2 honey... no, I just make 1, right? Yeah, 1 porridge. However, bonus movement by +1. That is nice. Okay, we're gonna have porridge more often. Don't know how many of you are excited by that, how many of you dread the idea of it, but that's what we're doing. Porridge is the new steak. Kind of. It's actually much better than steak if you really think about it. But just for meat eaters of the group, we have that as well. Right, and we don't really have a problem with carry weight, so this will be fine. We can plug around some of these carcasses and rest. There we go. Extremely happy. This wouldn't be surprised if someone has something to say, and there we go. Your ribs hurt, and you still can't see clearly. Fine. Fine, use another bottle of medicine. 2. Record. Keeping track, I definitely am. 2 bottles of medicine that you needed in a very, very short amount of time. And after such a luxurious meal and resting inside the town, I really would have hoped.
Usually, I'm only allowed to tend to the animals, but don't let that worry you. Man and beast are not.
What can I say? Alright. Now, also unlocked a new level of power and glory, which is pretty awesome. Troops tend to boast after beating an opponent. Influence gained after battle. Bad. Third. Damage for attacks. We really rarely get to use those. Lots of the forge. Forge weapon stats increased by 10%. Armor stats increased. Yes. I tend to use a lot. And I do mean a lot. So, well, actually, speaking of, right? Can we forge ourselves a bow? A regular long bow. I need rope for that. That's a bit unfortunate that I need rope for that right now. Let's see, does anyone have a really terrible weapon that I need to get rid of? This is not that bad. Knife, I think. The bow is the worst weapon we have. That and the crossbow. Better, isn't it? Yeah. You wouldn't happen to have a bit of rope on you, would you? No. Market? No. Right, we're going to need to find rope along the way and then do it next time. Maybe from one of the trade caravans. Who knows?
Might I interest you in my humble wares, my good sirs?
You may interest me in your humble ropes because it's exactly what I needed, and that is a stroke of honestly pretty unbelievable luck. Longbow. Forge. Yes. Now let's focus. Go. Perfect. Okay, and Bottymouth, you'll be pleased to know that you have now been given an absolutely awesome bow. absolutely awesome. Give Penny... actually, Penny doesn't need it. We can give Connor Ryan a jig. A throwing scythe. And everything else is kind of at the same level where I can forge it, which is around 3, so I don't need to be doing much. However, I can start making experienced battle sets. I'd like to start with light pony armor. We are using the pony as in a combat role. Makes sense, yeah? Medium pony armor is good, but it's level 8, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Use the light pony armor queen of that. Okay, so it is raining cats and dogs outside, but we have to leave. And indeed, we are leaving for Lord Varnalis' castle, because we're trying to bring an end to the local story, but that all will happen next time. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video and want to stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content that I produce on the channel. And yes, I do produce it on the channel finally, now that I've cleared up my uni schedule a tiny bit, and now that my health situation is once again, well, not what it used to be, but at least functional, shall we say. See you all next time. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye.